Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen. It's time to turn back the clock to 2008. That's when this track was locked in time in iRacing. It's the Atlanta Motor Speedway Legacy version. And we are here for the original Rebels Racing League, presented by Golden, Suzuki, Honda, Kawasaki, Yamaha, KTM. You are watching V-Speed. I'm your host tonight, Morgan Cook, the Golden Child, as I've been called. And we're going to bring you a wonderful race here tonight from the Legacy Atlanta Motor Speedway. 1.54 miles around this racetrack. 24 degrees of banking in the corners, 3 degrees of banking on the front stretch, give or take. It's a four-corner quad oval here at Atlanta tonight. Worn out surface. Track was originally paved in 97. This racetrack, like I mentioned, locked in time in 2008. Worn out, abrasive, slick, hot, all adjectives used to describe the old Atlanta, a very difficult place to race, but a driver's racetrack. You can run the bottom, you can run the top, you can run both middle lanes, you can go where everyone isn't and make time all over this place. It's more about saving your stuff than it is putting down the fast laps, and we'll see who can do it best here tonight. Speaking of best, let's have a look at your points. So far, Cody Boehm, Elliott Carlson, Brett Bieber in a near tie, 1 point separating the top three for the season-long championship points. There is no playoff reset in this series, so with only a handful of races to go, those three are starting to separate themselves from the rest of the field. Stefan Davis, Corey Bigley, Mickey Isaac, Brandon Wallace, Lucas Lyons, who's missed a few races, Kieran Church, Jason Lottridge, and Tyler Rice are your top 10. Travis Bieber, Josh Oswald, Josh Smith, Jeremiah Holt, Alex Veith, Rick Rube, Steve McDonald, Brian Thomas, and Matt Knights are the other drivers running for the championship this season. Best of luck to all of them, but it's going to be difficult to unseat that top three. Talk about your race analysis once we get to the grid. Let's have a look at the rest of the season. From this point on, we are at Atlanta. So Martinsville, Iowa, Homestead, Rockingham, Michigan are the races left this season. But it's time to give out our first award of the night. It is the Kinder Farm and Ranch Pole Award. Goes to Andy Kurtz tonight. Fastest lap in qualifying. Congratulations to the five. We've seen him up here before. And we'll see him up here again, I am sure. That is your Kinder Farm and Ranch Pole Award winner, Andy Kurtz. Let's move on to our grid this evening. Starting on pole, the aforementioned Andy Kurtz. Alongside him, Corey Bigley. Not much of a surprise, been very fast all season. Lucas Lyons starting third tonight. Kyle Roberts, talked to him a little bit pre-race. He will start in the fourth position. Fifth place, Tyler Gebbin, and sixth, Alan Nash. Seventh, Stefan Davis. Beside Cody Boehm, our points leader. Ninth will be Josh Smith, had a good run last week. 10th will be Garrett Kinder. 11th, Jacob Boehm. 12th, Elliott Carlson in the 009. Familiar machine right there. 13th, Brett Bieber in the 808. Those Kyle Larson colors. Alongside last week's winner, Dylan Bates, actually in the 91 this week. 15th, Tyler Rice in the 6. Ronald Cole, tough break last week. He will start 16th tonight. 17th, Kieran Church alongside Brandon Wallace in 18th position. 10th row, Alex Veith, Jason Lottridge. 21st, Josh Oswald in the 110. Rick Rube alongside in the 81. 23rd, Matt Knights alongside 24th, Cam Arnold. There are 31 drivers in this race tonight. Trevor Ward will start in the 25th position. Love the rainbow scheme on that 14 truck. 114, Travis Bieber will start 26th. 27th, Matt Kleeman. 28th, Ryan Derrick. 29th is Mickey the King Isaac. 30th, Tommy Smith. And 31st will be Mike Veith this evening. Now let us roll to all of the drivers on the grid. You can see them right there, just starting to roll off. Time for a mini race analysis. 100 laps here tonight is going to make up the race at Legacy Atlanta. That's going to be 154 miles. You have about 28 to 33 laps on fuel, meaning you're going to have to pit likely 2 to 3 times, depending on how good your mileage is. 4 sets of tires, 1 bolted to the trucks right now from qualifying, and 3 sets laying in the pits. There will be no stages, as we are throwing back to 2008, of course, and 2 green-white checkers, which they also had in 2008. We will see what happens here tonight, but the pace lights are out on that pace truck. We'll be going green this time, and I am excited. I'll tell you that much. This racetrack is the definition of a driver's racetrack. You can run every groove. Harvicking was a common thing to do, where you would be right on the bottom with that left front tire on the white line in turns 1 and 2. Ride that white line all the way around the bottom and make a lot of speed. Some drivers like the top side, the middle. See what happens here tonight. So roll through turn 4. Andy Kurtz, Corey Bigley, pace truck is in. And we are green. Original Rebels Racing League Truck Series. Green at Old Atlanta. Already wrecking. Oh, we got a big one. Oh, goodness gracious. Kyle Roberts involved. Rick Rube's involved. The 91's in it. I think I saw the 99 involved as well. That did not take long, folks. I think we made it a full 600 feet until we had our first Salty South Leather wreckage rewind. Let's go have a look. Here we are. There's your 35 on the top side. Just throws out the anchor in front of the 27 and head on into the wall. 13's involved. There's a 99 getting a piece of it. Rick Rube. Well, let's see if we can find out what happened. Let's go on board with this machine and see. So this is Kyle Roberts. Oh, he missed a shift. That is, yeah, he missed the shift. That is about the worst way you can do that. Just, I don't know if he, I'm not sure what exactly happened. If he just if he money shifted, if he has an H pattern shifter, went to the wrong gear, shifted down instead of shifting up, or whatever the case is. But that truck basically lost all forward momentum, got hit from behind, and ended up just throwing out the anchor, like I had mentioned. And it's one of those situations where, you know, you're so amped up to go racing. You go into turn 1 and you miss the little things. You miss that shift point. You put a little too much wheel in it. You put too much throttle in it. You don't use the brake or whatever the case is. And you could hear the bottom drop out of that engine, and all of a sudden around he was. So that was your first Salty South Leather wreckage rewind for the 35. Kyle Roberts, who is already 2 laps down. I don't know if he's getting this thing repaired. I don't know if he can get it all repaired. He's sitting on pit road doing the tow still, because obviously he couldn't drive it back due to the blown engine, but we should still see him in the race, given we have a fast repair here, but we'll find out. Brandon Wallace also on pit road from that. Stephen Davis is on pit road in that Mopar number 60. Different scheme every week, trying to keep me on my toes. Garrett Kinder, Cody Bame, Matt Kleeman, Mike Veith, Josh Smith, Kieran Church have been on and off of pit road. Your leader is Andy Kurtz, started on pole. Obviously never had a chance to lose the lead, as the caution came out before they even made it to the apex of turn number 1. We are doubled back up, just about ready to go back racing. Kurtz on the inside. Lucas Lyons gained a lot of spots. How about 1 spot? If I could do the math right, he's up to 2nd. Gebben is up 2. Bigley is down 2 to 4th. Bieber is 5th. There you can see those trucks right there. Alan Nash was involved in that incident. Obviously damage not too bad on that black 27. They're back on the outside. Carlson, Rice, Bates, Veith are your top 10. Once we get a green flag lap in, we will put up the ticker on the side of the screen, if you're curious. 4 laps into 100, not exactly the start these drivers wanted, but these things happen. Kyle Roberts still on pit road, not sure. He did use the fast repair, so I'm not sure why he's still there. But Kurt's going to lead him to the Geico restart zone again. He's on the pedal, and here we go. Let's try this again. Oh, big wall hit. I think that's Mike Veith in the 9. That truck pounded that wall. Kurtz is going to get out to a bit of a lead. There he is, 2/10 over Lucas Lyons. They about single file out for the first 5. And then they are 3 and 4 wide in the back here. We got a truck all the way down in the grass. Is that Mike Kinder again? 14 just got moved out of the way. See, Cody Bain does not want to have any part of this, that 78 machine. There goes Arnold on the bottom, had connection issues all session. We are racing hard in the back here. You don't want to be side by side too long at this racetrack, as it'll just eat up the tires. You can't go where you want to. This is what it looks like from all the way back here in 19th position. Up 6 spots, Trevor Ward is. His Ghost Energy scheme. Switched it up even from the orange one, but we go back up to the front. Lucas Lyons has something for our leader. In fact, he is the new leader. He's going to take over the lead from Andy Kurtz. He will lead his first lap on lap number 8. We got some movers and shakers back here. Bates is missing part of the car, and he's still working on 3rd place. Got no fender. I guess aero doesn't matter. Let's look at him go. He is wicked loose, though. He might get up in the outside wall there. He got really free. They're 3 wide. Tyler Rice trying to punish that mistake. And Rice is going to slide into the 5th position. So 91 might be going backwards just a little bit. They're all checked up behind Lucas Lyons. He went out and took the lead. He is holding them. He's holding everyone up a little bit. Rice is a little bit blinky on the outside. Good battle back here. The 12, the 09, the 91, the 24. Drivers are all on top of each other. Alex Veith as well. There's a look at the 51. This is the battle for 5th through 9th, 10th, 11th now. They all just keep piling in. Rice wants some of the lead. He is not. He might get it here. Momentum off the top side. Looks like he will not lead that lap. Lucas Lyons got him by a couple inches, and that's the finishes we've come to see here at Atlanta have been about that distance. Remember back to 2001. Harvick and Jeff Gordon. 2005. How about Edwards and Johnson? Both less than a car length. And we're still battling here for the lead. Lyons on the bottom, Tyler Rice up on the top side. Rice getting the momentum, keeping her wound up, and Lyons still got him that lap, but these guys are both burning up their stuff. 8 laps on this run. 8 laps green on this run, I should say. 12 laps into the race. And they are still racing hard. You can see door to door. Line slides up a little bit in the center. Rice still gets the momentum. He might lead this lap. He will lead this lap. Great run through 3 and 4 for Tyler Rice. Now he's just got to complete that pass. He's going to get an awesome run here off of turn 2, it looks like, as long as he doesn't slip. Half a car length it is now. And clear is the 6 over the 48. Lucas Lyons not going to like that. Kurt's back to 3rd. Side by side for 4th. That's Bigley and Cole. Cole said, I want some, but this whole field is packed together. There is no separation between these top 4 and a lot farther back in the field. The only driver off the pace right now is Kyle Roberts, obviously still on pit road. He might be out on the racetrack now, actually. Yes, there is the 35. He's got speed in that truck, just needs to, get those laps back. Mike Veep is a little bit behind the field as well, about 7 seconds. Rick Rube and Brandon Wallace both got damage from that incident. Kieran Church, Jacob Boehmer at the back of the field. And there you can just see everybody else in the field is all stacked up, all battling each other. Look like the 808, a little bit of contact potentially with the 110 of Oswald. Trucks are dipping and diving all over this racetrack as Tyler Rice holds the lead at lap 15. I don't even know where to look. I think we just saw Knights just about spin, getting in the grass a little bit. Trying to cut that apron. You can't do that. Legacy Atlanta, there is grass there. And the grass is unforgiving, most would say. Find yourself spinning very easily if you dip a tire in that grass. Josh Smith says, it's time to go, Alan Nash. He's going to try and slide right by. Slide job, unsuccessful as Nash gets to the top side again. And they continue to battle down the front stretch. See if Smith can clear him into the 1. He absolutely does. That's what I love about this racetrack is you can just, issues there for Bigley. We're big wrecking up there. That was Ronald Cole, just went for a big ride. 24. He's still under the apron. He was running up in the top 3. Under the apron though, so no caution is out for him. And he just spun. Okay. I have questions. But Lucas Lyons is coming off of turn 2 now. That really separated out this field. Lyons leading, Rice second, then Kurtz. See if we can go back and figure out what happened to the 24. Take a Salty South leather, pretty much a wreckage rewind. There he is off the top. Bigley and Bieber, and Bieber just got into the side of him. A little netcode action, nothing too crazy there, and Cole gets spun to the inside. Caution is out on the speedway. Actual caution somewhere on this racetrack here. Got to figure out where it was now. It was the 19 of Kleeman. He's still sliding. There he is. Let's go for an official Salty South Leather wreckage rewind. There is a 19, Kleeman. Comes off a turn 2. Same spot we just saw issues. Looks like he is okay. Probably went back a little bit too far. Riding behind Nash. Side of the 14. He gets way high in 3 and 4. Get a little bit of wall action here. Just some help from Stephen Davis potentially. Still rolling down the front stretch. He got in the wall pretty good. Yes, he did get help from Stephen Davis. 4 trucks involved. 18's in it. That was a big hit for a lot of trucks. Same thing we saw happen to Mike Veith. Just missed the entrance to turn 1, hit that outside wall, and obviously Calamity broke loose after that. But that is your Salty South Leather wreckage rewind. Trucks coming down pit road. Lucas Lyons, your leader for that pit stop. See who comes out of pit road first. Andy Kurtz will probably be a good bet, being that first truck. Or, sorry, last stall on pit road, that's what I'm trying to say. But Elliot Carlson, a little strategy. 2 tires, potentially, for the 09 and the 128. Lyons got 4, so did everyone behind him. Big move for the 09 and the 128. As you can see, all the other trucks filter off of pit road. Let's have a look at your new leader, Elliot Carlson. There he is, coming by to lead his first lap under caution. Lap 21 of 100. This race will go by fairly quickly. Ronald Cole looks like he might get one of his laps back. Maybe, yes, he should get a lap back. Kyle Roberts did get one of his back. He looked like he's a lucky dog. Good stuff on that 35. Hate to see, an incident like that with the missed shift cause him so much headache and heartache, but he is back in 30th position coming down pit road now. Hopefully he can get things back righted, is what I should say. Carlson leader. Bigley is second. Lyons in third, led 10 laps. Kurtz has led 6. Tyler Rice has led 4. Travis Bieber is in 6th. 7th is Gebben. 8th is Bates, last week's winner. Tommy Smith, that is a name I haven't said much about. He is in 9th. Eric Kinder is in 10th. Sharp-looking 13 truck tonight. Oswald is your 11th place driver. 12th, Alex Veith in the 51. Dark Horse Motorsports. Blacked out truck as always. Cody Bame is 13th. Alan Nash, caught up in that first caution, is 14th. Trevor Ward in that colorful 14 is 15th. Josh Smith, 16th. Brett Bieber in the 808 is 17th. Mickey Isaac up from 29th starting position. He is 18th. 19th, Stephen Davis, that Mopar truck. Matt Knights is 20th. Kieran Church, 21st. Cam Arnold in the 151 is 22nd. 23rd is Jacob Bame. Lottridge is 24th. Rube is 25th. Ryan Derrick, 26th. Kleeman, 27th. Veith, 28th. Wallace, 29th, trying to recover from that lap 1 incident. Kyle Roberts and Ronald Cole are a lap down, 30th and 31st. But we are 2x2 once again. Down the backstretch, Pace Truck's got him in tow. Carlson took the top, Bigley took the bottom. I like the top side here because you keep the momentum rolling through 1 and 2. You don't have to engage those front tires quite as much, and those top 2 are both on older tires. It should loosen the truck up, and the top side is where you want to be if you're loose. You don't have to put nearly as much wheel in it, and you can be a little harder on the throttle. We're going to find out. Pace Truck makes the left-hand turn. Field in the hands of Elliot Carlson. We are green again. Oh, Bigley spun the tires. Oh, that's a big one. They're wrecking all over this racetrack. Oh, no. Oh, no. That is... Bieber's in it. Oswald's in it. That took out a decent amount of trucks here tonight. Good thing we have a fast repair, but we're going to have to go back and watch that. Salty South Leather. Wreckage Rewind, 91 as well. And be careful. Don't spin them. Let's go back and have a look at that. Not quite far enough. We'll go back one more time. Let's watch this 128. Because I think he just powered it up a little bit too much on the start here. Yeah, he just got sideways. Yeah, the 114's involved, 13, 110. Bames somehow avoided it. Let's ride on board with Lucas Lyons as he was right behind that issue. We're going to see this right away. As soon as the 128 touches the throttle pedal, he darts to the left and then comes back across the racetrack. And this impacted a lot of trucks. Yeah, pretty heavy damage on that 48. They're just, it's calamity behind him. There are trucks all over that racetrack. Not in the traditional Atlanta sense either, in a more like a junkyard strewn about sort of sense. But that was your Salty South Leather Wreckage Rewind. Yeah, Lucas Lyons on pit road, trying to get that damage repaired. Carlson still leads. Race recap, 3 cautions. That was the third one. 4 lead changes, 26 laps into this race at Atlanta. So, the drivers involved in incidents, that list is getting long. In fact, I think that list might be longer than the ones not involved in incidents at this point. Elliott Carlson hasn't been involved in anything. Neither is Andy Kurtz. Rice, the 12, Tommy Smith, those drivers have all kept their trucks clean. See the weather up on your screen. Air temp is 77, track temp 88, so not a very hot day here in Atlanta, but it is warm, certainly, and the track is slick as always. Not a lot of grip out here, as you can tell on that launch. The 128 just simply did not go. Slipped, slid, smashed into the outside wall, sandwiched the 48, hit the 114 and the 808, and just a whole bunch of quality trucks here tonight that are going to have to use a fast repair or at the very least get that damage repaired, set them back. We've doubled the amount of trucks, 1 lap down. Now we have Cole, Knights, Bigley, the 128 obviously caused that incident, and Oswald, all 1 lap down, 27th through 30th. Dylan Bates, last week's winner, is 2 down as he has some pretty hefty damage on the front of the 91 truck here tonight. I can start crossing drivers off. My Beast 3D Printing Best Appearing Paint Award. You know the rules. If the truck's got damage, it's not eligible. The 91 is damaged, not eligible for this very prestigious award. Does not come with a cash prize, but you remain in our hearts, and that's really what matters, isn't it? Let's let that sink in for a minute. But Elliott Carlson leads, as I think we're going to go 1 to green this time. Can you confirm, Pace Truck? You can. 1 to go. Going green lap 29, unless there are unforeseen circumstances. There's that 91. That thing is just mangled. Splitter's not straight, dents and damage everywhere, and that's a unfortunate break for the 91, who's having a good run, but we are not even a third of the way through this race, and we've seen a lot of drivers see some sort of issue here tonight. A lot of potential for the Rice Farms Hard Luck Award. But we'll circle back to that a little bit later in the show. There you can see the entire field. All 31 trucks still running. We just saw 31st peel off pit road just a little bit ago, Dylan Bates. He's only 2 laps down, still very much in this race. Catch a lucky dog, get your wave around, things will be okay for the 91, I am sure. But let's see if we can keep it a little bit cleaner than last time. Elliott Carlson on the top, he is your leader. Kurtz on the bottom. 09, 009, sorry, he's a control car. Roll into the restart zone. Better start this time. Carlson's away. See just how wide this racetrack is and how these drivers use every inch of it. It's really quite impressive. It's a great sight. Carlson fell back a few spots. Kurtz got him. Rice got him. The 12 got him. The 15's working on him now. A lot of trucks going right around this 009. Also on 2 tires, you got to remember, so that may not be working in his favor. Caution's out. Is it Rick Rube by chance? No, it's not. You have to see he lost a spot. Not sure who this would have been. I see all the drivers on the racetrack still, so I have to investigate what happened here. We have to put on our investigative hats. Go back on a Salty South Leather wreckage rewind. See if we can figure out what happened. I am not seeing it. Here we are, 3 wide. That's probably a good start. There it is right there, 91 into the wall. Yep, there it is. Spot off the nose of the 128, and that is exactly where the caution was. Ace closed. That is your Salty South Leather wreckage rewind. Not a good night for last week's winner, Dylan Bates. Caught up in back-to-back cautions. Heavy damage on that truck. He has chosen to retire for the evening. Not quite a hard luck award winner as the race is so early in yet that there's bound to be something that happens to one of these front runners, mid-pack truck, whatever you want to say. Something very well could happen and cause an issue, but what we're going to do for you folks at home is we're going to take a quick commercial break. We'll be back in just a moment. You're watching the Original Rebels Racing League live on V-Speed. Be back right after this.
Here comes Milo, big run out of 4. He's going to be there.
Tristan Martin's there. Cannot count out to 37.
Oh!
The wheel gets burned!
Cabot, where did he come from?
Here
comes Zwack.
A punch from the 33.
It's a drag race.
The Magic Man wins it Auto Club.
Back here live, Original Rebels Racing League Sunday Night Truck Series, presented by Golden, Suzuki, Honda, Kawasaki, Yamaha, KTM. Just working lap 33, 1/3 of the way through this race at Legacy, Atlanta. I believe we're 1 to green this time. Sure are 1 to green this time. Andy Kurtz is your leader. Tyler Rice alongside him. Gebben in the 12. Tommy Smith in the 15. Cody Boehm, Alan Nash, Elliot Carlson, who was the leader, still on 2 tires. Alex Veith in 8th. Trevor Ward Josh Smith, your top 10. We're going to go on a little bit of a treat here. We are going to ride on board with Tyler Rice as we go through turn number 1, turn number 2, and potentially the entire first lap. But let's see what the 6 is feeling. There he is on your screen. That is Tyler Rice. Led 4 laps here tonight. Got the streaming set up. I can see the mic in the frame. Ready to get after it. He will be second place in this restart on the top side. Kurt's on the bottom, controlling the restart. Pace truck pulls in, hard left-hand turn. Loud pedal pressed. Here we are. Just see how much wheel he's got to put in it. You can see the little blue band on the top of his wheel as he's moving it back and forth here in turns 1 and 2, just trying to keep that thing hooked up. Tough racetrack here, and they spread out pretty good behind him. He's under fire now from the 15. He's just trying to get that thing to rotate without burning up the tires. And that's what a lap looks like live from behind the wheel. Thank you, Tyler Rice. We had a good battle here for the second position, including Tyler Rice. The 15, the 78 has made his way back up through the field. Had an issue at the very beginning. James trying to force it 3 wide. Caught the wall quite a bit there, entering the corner. That is going to hurt that truck a little bit. Not too bad, though. You can kind of get a bird's eye view of how about a first-hand account of how wide this racetrack is. I mean, that 6 is running the middle, and there's a car width and a half in between them. They all single file out. Look back a little further in the field. As we are single file for a good chunk of this field. Lotrid's the first one side. Oh, Stefan Davis. Oh, that's got to hurt. That truck is destroyed. Oh, they're still wrecking. The 9's involved. I just saw the 09, 009, and the 64. But Stefan Davis, somebody get the crash cart because he's done. That is a good night San Francisco sort of situation right there. Let's see. Let's let the wreckage rewind and hold your breath, folks. He got right hooked, like so hard. I don't know what more to say. He got around the 151. Let's I would shield your children's eyes. This is some 13 plus stuff right here. He somehow got around the 151. It's like he just went on the bottom here and drove it into the corner, and you'll know right here that he didn't make it. Yeah, that was big. Wow. Well, let's go back and see if we can figure out why he got right hooked. Blimp Cam might help us out here. He's just trying to run the bottom, right? Try and get around that 151. Cam Arnold. And he's just doing his thing on the bottom. And Arnold runs a much more aggressive line and just doesn't stop coming down and across the 60, And then Knight's trying to avoid. Gets collected with the 9. Oh, that is a vicious hit. Wow, I am glad some days that we're sim racing and not real racing, because that is an incident that could seriously hurt somebody. But that's your South Leather wreckage rewind. Ooh. I imagine Stefan Davis will be done for the day. I don't know if he's got a fast repair or not, but he's towing nonetheless. He's got about a minute and a half, 2 minutes in his pit stall. We'll find out here shortly if he is able to continue. 40 laps into this race. I think we're coming down pit road. Maybe not. Yeah, 40 laps into the race. 60 to go. And we still have a number of tire sets available. Most of the fields pit once. Cody Bame has pit twice. Kleeman has pit 4 times. The Biebers have both pit 3. That's 6 between them, if you want to do some quick math. Kyle Roberts has pit twice for blowing that engine early. He's obviously back out there. A terrific rebound for him. He started up at the front in 4th. He is currently 14th, but I mean, he was 31st for a good chunk of this race. Ronald Cole has pit twice. Brandon Wallace has pit 8 different times tonight. The 99 is not having a stellar evening, caught up in that early incident, and I don't believe he used a fast repair. He is not, so he is still good to go if things get out of hand. Kieran Church has pit 3 times. Garrett Kinder has pit 6 times. Veith has pit 7 times. Ryan Derrick has pit 4 times. Josh Oswald 3, Rick Rube 2, Elliot Carlson 3. Bigley has pit 4 times. Knights has pit 4 times. And Davis has pit 3 times, but I don't think he's coming back out. That might be end of the day for the 60. Pace lights are out on the pace truck. Kurtz takes the bottom. Tommy Smith takes the outside. Rice, Bame, Gebbin, Nash, Lyons, who's made his way back up through the field here after that incident with the 128. Veith, Smith, Isaac are your top 10. Lottridge is in the 03. Cam Arnold's having a good run tonight. Having some connection issues. I don't know if that's why that issue happened with the 60, but I think there was some sort of, I didn't know he was there because the 151 was completely unaffected by driving through the 60, so I'd have to think there was some sort of internet issue there. I'm not blaming Cam Arnold. I'm not putting that on his shoulders, but I think he's got some ISP issues to figure out, potentially. That's an internet service provider, for those of you who don't speak IT. With all that being said, we are rolling 3 and 4. Pace truck's going to turn left here real soon, as we are working caution number 5 to go with our 5 lead changes. Kurtz, the number 5, is your leader. Going green once again. Great launch the inside gets, as Rice is going to get by for 2nd. Smith's going to try and fight back on the top, but he's going to slip to beside the 12, 3rd place. Pretty good fight here for 3rd. 3 cars under a blanket. Almost going 3 wide as the 15 kind of forced that 78 all the way to the top, and he thought about it. He's going to cross over, just about chop off the nose of the 12, but Bame is showing why he's the points leader, why he's winning races. And Lucas Lyons says, "How do you do? I want to be part of this thing too." We got a battle for 2nd. Rice defending, 15 attacking. Lyons a little bit high on the exit, but they're pretty much single file back behind them. So this is the best battle on the racetrack right now. That 15 is about to get freight trained. That's what it looks like. Rice trying to make a move on the leader. Not going to have forward momentum quite that time. See what Lucas sees. 5th place, led 10 laps, started in 3rd. Those walls will bite you if you're not paying attention. Especially that one to entry at turn 1. I've seen, I think 3 or 4 trucks hit that wall tonight. And that will destroy your corner, probably destroy your race. Lucas got tight. Didn't want to hit that outside wall. For me, though, the most difficult part of this racetrack is coming off of turn 2, and we'll see it in the wheel of Lucas Lyons when we get there. So we'll gyro cam in. Good look at that steering wheel. He's running the bottom, which is even better, going to illustrate my point. A lot of wheel in it right here, and Coming up off this corner, right about here, the back end gets really, really light, and it's so hard to keep it pointing in the right direction. I have seen countless trucks, cars, Xfinity cars, next-gen cars, ARCA cars spin off of that corner. I've done it a lot myself. It just gets so free, really easy to spin the tires, and once it gets sideways, you can't bring it back most of the time. Speaking of bring it back, Tyler Rice is chasing down your leader, Andy Kurtz, as they are door banging each other for the third position. Good battle back here as well for 11th. Ward and the other Bame, Jacob Bame, been fighting hard, side by side pretty much the whole run. Closing on halfway. Still have at least one more pit stop. Two distinct groups of cars here. About 6/10 separating Jacob Bame from the rest of the field. That's Mickey Isaac, the top 10 in front of him. And behind him, you kind of got everybody else scrapping and clawing, trying to make their way up through the field. That's Travis Bieber, right behind the no-name driver, who shall not be named, Jacob Bame. I don't know why ATVO is doing that, but that is the 18. Everybody's kind of biding their time right now as the top 10 is being caught a little bit, spreading out a little bit, back to the 11th position. You want to exit high, especially in the trucks here. Keeps momentum up. A little bit easier on the tires. You don't have to worry about scrubbing speed quite as bad. This is Josh Smith. Roll on the top, and at this point in time, you don't really want to be the guy who goes to the bottom because you're probably just going to get freight trained. If you can get up to the outside of them like this is absolutely what you want to see. If you're the 47, is squeeze to the outside, but don't catch that wall. Good job by him not getting into it, but that's how you're going to have to pass here is work yourself to the outside and just try and carry more momentum than you can. Looks like the 47 is going to get there this time. Going to be side by side off the corner. Just look at the good run he gets. Right, he basically closed up a full truck length. Down the back. Roll it into turn 3. And that is a new 7th place driver, Josh Smith. Good work by him. And in fact, that's going to cause Alex Veith to fall back another spot. He might even lose 2 or 3 spots because he cannot get back up. 12 might let him in, might not. Caution's out. Brett Bieber. Oh no. Don't know what happened to the Kyle Larson looking truck, but we're going to find out. Salty South Leather Wreckage Rewind coming at you. Oh, yes. And then caught the inside wall. Sure did. Sure did. Let's look at that a little farther back. Let's get a better look at it. So, in front of him, you've got Bigley, Arnold, and Kinder all fighting really hard. Or what would be, I assume, the 21st position, something like that. They kind of get together. Arnold gets in the wall big time, crosses up across Bigley, and then across the nose of Bieber. Knight's involved. Rick Rube gets turned. Rick Rube turns the 808, and unfortunate momentum brings him right through the pace truck. And that is, I don't know if it's a day ender. He still has a fast repair, so he should be okay. That will lose all the track position of the 808. Unfortunate incident there. South Leather Wreckage Rewind number 6, I believe. There's a look at the 808 on pit road. That was number 6, as we are currently pitting. Everyone's coming down here. New leader, from what I can tell, is Brandon Wallace. Did he stay out by chance? Fuel only, maybe? Not sure what's going on here, but we're going to find out. Kurtz will win the race off pit road. Then Rice, Lyons, Bame, Nash. But I'm thinking, oh yeah, a few trucks stayed out. Wallace and Carlson. Knight stayed out as well, although I believe Knight's is a lap down. So unfortunately for him, he probably will not get the lucky dog either, being that he got clipped up in that caution, unless it was net code. We'll find out here shortly, but he is obviously behind the leader, so no wave around for him. See what happens to the 64. Coming down this time perchance. He thought about it, but no, he is not. I'm intrigued. I am intrigued. Still pacing here. Looks like probably 2 to go. Brandon Wallace is your leader. I believe that's the first lap he has led tonight. Carlson behind him, who has had a really up and down, interesting kind of day. These two drivers have both saved a set of tires. They took fuel only last time they were on pit road, 15 laps ago. Everybody behind him. Kurtz in third all the way through. Kinder in 22nd have brand new tires. And I'm going to imagine they will be about a second and a quarter faster currently than your top two. That remains to be seen. And we're going to find out what happens here. All I know is I hate staying out on old tires, especially at a track like Atlanta. That is a recipe for disaster. Being that it's the first 2 lanes, or the first row of each lane is going to be difficult for Kurtz and Rice. They're going to have to be really strategic in how they get around these guys, because you cannot drive through them. That is frowned upon in most places. Not everywhere, but most places it's frowned upon. 1 to go this time, I would imagine. Yep, lights are out. Brandon Wallace going to lead them to green in 1.5 miles time. We are just past halfway. Not sure why the 808 is up here. Lucky dog maybe? Wave around? Not sure. Interesting. 99's your leader. Carlson in second, just outside of him. Kurtz and Rice. Lyons and Bame. Nash has had a really quiet run tonight, and Smith, another solid run for that 47. He was great last week as well. Isaac and Veith, that's Alex Veith, not Mike Veith. Jacob Bame, Tyler Gebbin, that's row 6. Bieber and Clemens, row 7. Kyle Roberts, Trevor Ward is row 8. Ronald Cole, Josh Oswald, row 9. Kieran Church, Mike Veith, the top 20. Center of 3 and 4. Racetrack's going to turn left again. He might lead the most laps here tonight. Field in the hand of the 99. And great jump. He's going to lead handily into turn 1, but here comes Kurtz, and this is not good news if you are the 99, because Kurtz is going to get him by the exit of turn 2. So is Lyons. That's how good new tires are. He just got passed by the 2 trucks who started behind him in 1 corner. Bame gets by as well, and Nash is not too far behind. Mickey Isaac's going to make that pass as well. There's 2 trucks holding up the outside lane. The big loser on this restart, Tyler Rice, cannot catch a break. Front 5 single filed out. And they are trying like heck to get around the 009 and the 99. Josh Smith is trying to find a hole here. He is going to get beside the 09. Might be able to clear him down into 1, a little bit of a slide job. He's going to clear him anyway on the front stretch. Good power move there by the 47. Alex Veith says, I want by as well. might just get the nose clear. Not quite. Not quite clear. Big dive into 3. He's clear. Slide up the racetrack all he wants. So the reason that you stay out if you're the 09 and the 99 is you're just looking for track position. Later in the race, keep a set of tires on the truck. At this rate, that might be the winning route, the winning move. Because you can see just how much 15-lap-old tires mean. These drivers have fallen from the first row. They're now 15th and 10th. And there is still a lot of racing left to go here. Lyons has caught Kurtz. Lyons is giving him all he can handle right now. Lyons trying to find his method of attack. Yeah, I went there. Kurt's going to chop the bottom a little bit. Bit of an early entry into 3. It's going to cost him on the exit, but also took the air away from Lyons. As the 5 pulls away ever so slightly. It's now 2/10. Boehm got the outside of Lyons. He's going to take that spot away. Move the 48 back to 3rd, where he started. Nash wants a little piece. He's going to get up to 3rd, and there's a battle for the lead. Boehm's going to take it, it looks like, from Kurtz. Side by side. Kurtz got him across the line. Haven't talked a lot about Mickey Isaac, but he also moving forward. He is going to pass for 5th, going to try and get 4th from Lucas Lyons. Off the corner here. Got him. There he is, clearing that 48 into 3. Setting his sights on Alan Nash in 3rd. Mickey Isaac up 25 positions in this race. We'll circle back to the other awards later, but I quite imagine that he is going to be our Hard Charger Award. We'll find out. Kurtz leads. Now Boehm leads. Well, okay. How many laps has Cody Boehm led tonight? 0. Trying to make that 1. But Kurtz is going to say, no, I want to lead this lap. And Kurtz is going to lead this lap. Much better run off the top side, and he's going to clear the 78. That is just beautiful Atlanta. Old Atlanta. Love this place. That's how you drive it, right? Momentum-based. Nothing about drafting. None of that newfangled bump drafting. That's crazy talk. We're out here just trying to keep the thing straight. Not hurt the tires. You can hurt both the right front and the right rear here. It really just depends on how you drive it, but it's how you drive it as the driver. It is just a fantastic facility. It is no more. No more. Obviously now we have new Atlanta, repaved, reconfigured. Super Speedway style. Puts on decent racing for sure, but it's nothing like this. It's not this this much in the driver's hands. Oh, big wall contact there for Boehm. He's going to lose 2nd to Alan Nash, who has just been right place, right time. Oh, caution's out. Cam Arnold is around. 151. Wreckage Rewind number 7, I think we're at now. Salty South Leather Wreckage Rewind. Little help from the 15. A little more than a little help. Almost saved it. And then, oh, he caught the wall pretty good. That's no caution, but where did the caution come from? Oh, he got big time help from the 9. Yeah, that 9 truck has just been in trouble, I would say, all night. He's hit outside wall a time or two. He's just caught up in incidents. I feel bad for him because that's just how it works here sometimes. But that is Cam Arnold. Salty South Leather Wreckage Rewind number 7. Okay. Cam Arnold, 3 laps down now. Brett Bieber also 3 down after being caught in that last accident a little while ago. That was the 7th caution. I was correct. Matt Knight's probably getting the free pass here. only truck 1 lap down. This puts drivers in an interesting spot because you can probably make it to the end from here. Probably, I say. Not for sure, but probably. So if you're at the back of the field and you just need to just try something different, you go get your tires and fuel right now and you just run it to the end. If you are the top, so it looks like 17, you stay out. Kurtz is staying out, Alan Nash, Cody Bame, Isaac, all the way through Lucas Lyons, all the way through Josh Oswald, Tyler Rice, back to Jason Lotridge in 17th, all staying out. And why you do that is because tires are so immensely valuable. If you get your last set right now, you are begging for another caution to happen in these last 33 laps. If that caution happens, you can kiss this race win goodbye. It's over, shut it down, you're done. If you stay out and you wait to potentially catch a caution later, you have 2 options. Either the caution doesn't come out, you lose. Unfortunately, that's just the way it works. You'll have to pit somewhere. Everyone who pitted this time is going to be saving. They'll work around you, and it'll be a close race, but you'll still lose. Or the caution comes out, you look like a genius because you have newer tires. They're not the newest, but they're newer. 15 laps, it looks like, is what their tires are older than everyone who just pitted. There's about 30 laps to go. So if you get a 10, 15 lap run, the caution comes out, everybody comes down pit road, gets those last set of tires, and you go out here and try and win this race. And that's the strategy that they're at right now, which is why you saw the top 17 stay out. I like the call. I also like the call for everybody else. Ronald Cole, for example. Elliot Carlson, Brandon Wallace, Kieran Church, Corey Bigley, Ryan Derrick, who was part of that last caution. Matt Kleeman, Mike Veith. Those drivers all came in, and they will all have an opportunity here shortly if a caution comes out to kind of cycle around. It'll be an interesting sort of event here. We're going to take a quick commercial break. We will be right back here. You're watching the Original Rebels Racing League live on V-Speed, presented by Golden, Suzuki, Honda, Kawasaki, Yamaha, KTM. Back in about 30 seconds. Back live here on V-Speed. Lot shorter breaks than Fox, isn't it? Anyway, it is award time as we're coming to green. Best Appearing Paint Award. Well, I think that's going to go to the leader. Also the pole winner. Let's put it on the screen right there. V's Best Appearing Paint Award. It's going to go to that 5. Not a scratch on it. Andy Kurtz out here winning everything tonight. Congratulations to him. Nice looking paint scheme. V's 3D Printing Best Appearing Paint Award. Talk about the hard charger during the green flag run, which we are for sure going to have. Right, everyone? Right? Right? Pace truck's in. And we're off. Oh, big issues back there. Lots of drivers spinning tires. I think we stay clean and green. Andy Kurtz on the bottom. He's rolling. 30 laps to go. Cody Bame, points leader, chasing him down. Alan Nash having what I would say is the strongest run of the season for that 27. Same can be said for Mickey Isaac and Josh Smith. They are all having fantastic races. Add Alex Veith to that list. This top 10 is full of drivers I don't typically talk about. I don't typically say their names much for being up at the front, so the tide may be turning. Good work to all of them as we are having a pretty solid race here so far. Little race recap for you. 7 cautions, 7 lead changes. Kurtz has led a lot of laps. Lucas Lyons led some laps. It's been marred by drivers who've been leading and running well having issues. Corey Bigley was restarted second, ended up spinning the tires and causing a fairly large incident as a couple cars just split. Bame, that was Nash and Isaac splitting that 78 truck. We've seen some pretty violent crashes. The 808 into the inside wall, the 60 into the outside wall was breathtaking. I mean, probably quite literally breathtaking. Hope he's all right. I would hope so. It's a sim. 3 wide, a little further back. Carlson, Oswald, and that's Tommy Smith up top. Atlanta's so wide you can do that, and that is A-OK. We clear up and say, ready to go. Let's get back up to the front here, because there's one driver I want to highlight. I want to highlight him real quick here, as he has been real quick tonight. Mickey Isaac. There he is. There he is right there. He is your hard charger, presented by No Next Faster Pair. How does 26 positions gain sound? Sounds like a lot. It's a big number. Lucas Lyons trying to knock him down one, but it's a lot of spots gained by a very fast truck tonight, very patient. Started second from the back, if I'm not mistaken, up to third. Congratulations, Mickey, on your No Next Faster Pair Hard Charger Award. Definitely one for the mantle. But your top 3, scratch that. Nash, Isaac, Lyons, second, third, fourth, chasing down Andy Kurtz. And there's the gap right there. You can see they're 4 tenths back, and they are right on top of each other. One slip up from any of these guys, and you have a completely different race. I want to take a second to highlight a driver who's overcome some pretty heavy adversity today, not an anniversary. Goodness gracious. How about the 35 of Kyle Roberts, back to 13th position. Obviously had that incident, lap 1, turn 1, with the blown engine, missed the shift. Oh, we got a driver coming to pit road. And it caused him to fall away to the back. He's worked his way back up to 13th. Congratulations. Great job for Kyle Roberts. Hope to see him carry on and keep this good run going. We have about 20 laps to go here, and we are creeping into green flag pit stop time. If you're anyone who stayed out, so let's say Andy Kurtz, Alan Nash, Mickey Isaac, Lucas Lyons, it might be pitting time here pretty soon, because Carlson, in that 09, he is right there. He's on new tires. He does not have to pit again. He's good. Good to go rest of the race, as long as he's saving a little bit. So this race, we have 2 distinctly different strategies, and it's anyone's guess right now what's going to happen. Kieran Church also, haven't said his name much since he went out at one Daytona. He's been pretty quiet since then. Also running on the top 5, passing Mickey Isaac on those fresh tires. Bigley found his way back up to the front. And how about Brandon Wallace? Spent a lot of this race 2 laps down in last. He is 7th and focused, driving hard. There's a look at Brandon Wallace, always with the face cam. Appreciate him for that. Shows that these drivers are in fact human, and we are not just parading AI around this place. There he is. Thank you for that. And there he is, running in the 6th place. Andy Kurtz still leads. He's under fire from Elliott Carlson. Nash is hanging with them, which I'm really impressed by, because that truck's on old tires. Nash has proven to be very quick here tonight, very good at this old Atlanta configuration. As we have a new leader, and it's Elliott Carlson. But I'll tell you what, if this race doesn't pan out for Andy Kurtz. He might just be the Hard Luck Award winner if he doesn't end up winning this race, because, I mean, he's led over half of it. There's only been about 30 laps he has not been in front for. He is currently falling back. He's third now, soon to be fourth. We're catching lap traffic. The truck's in pit road, knowing that they cannot make it. That's the 9 of Beef. 3 wide clearing him. Everyone's okay. But this is, you can feel this race circling the drain for the 5. You can feel it slipping away, the sand through the fingers. He has fallen back to fourth. Older tires, has to pit within the next 4 laps. Carlson leads. Kieran Church, Corey Bigley, Brandon Wallace, all on new tires. All can make it to the end. Nash in the same boat as Kurtz, has to pit. Josh Smith also has to pit. Matt Knights does not. He's running 9th. He'll gain a few spots here when these drivers pit, but something has to happen very quickly for this race to not evaporate in front of this 5 machine's eyes. Andy Kurtz. 15 laps to go. Elliot Carlson leads, but it's a tight race up at the front. We'll keep an eye on the 5 and the 27, what they're doing with their strategy. The 13 is in. Sorry, coming out of pit road. Just over 10 to go. 3-way battle for the lead. Josh Smith hits pit road. I believe that is Kyle Roberts behind him hits pit road. So does the 14 of Trevor Ward. Drivers giving up on this strategy. Lucas Lyons hits pit road. No, he doesn't. Loses a couple spots. I think he'll be here next time. I think he'd have to be. I think we're running out of time. Lockridge has got to be coming pretty soon. Nash and Kurt's got to be coming pretty soon. I think exiting his stall. Top 13 is on the lead lap. Everyone else is a lap down, just based on the pit cycle. This will be a wild ride at the end. 19 maybe hit pit road. No, he just made a pass on the 27. He's working on him anyway. Kleeman, no next fast repair on the side and hood of that truck. Looking pretty good out here tonight. Doing a good job. Might be able to steal away a good top 10 here, maybe even a top 5 if things fall just right. He actually has the freshest tires of the field right now. If anyone who didn't just pit, this 19 truck does, so he might be able to make something happen here up at the front. Although his lap times are about 3/10 off of Elliot Carlson. Oh, there goes Kurtz. There goes Nash. They are making it to pit road right now with 12 to go for what will be, I imagine, 4 tires and the smallest splash of gas you can get. Maybe even no tires, and maybe just hope that it cycles out properly. But they were about 3 seconds behind the leader when they pitted. Got 3 trucks under a blanket. Cody Bame is not one of them. He is unlapping himself. There he goes. Call it 2 trucks under a blanket. Carlson, Church. This is reminding me of the last race at Atlanta. I believe that was the Bush brother battle, if I'm not mistaken, where Ross Chastain may have played into that race a little bit more than lap cars typically do. Doing a little bit of aero blocking between leader Kurt and second place Kyle. Ended up giving Kurt the win. But that 78 is driving away, so that is good news. He should not impact the end of this race too much, as we have a battle here. 9 to go. Carlson, Church. A little further back, Corey Bigley with a miraculous rebound after that spin on a restart. Brandon Wallace caught up in that lap 1 incident. He has marched his way back to 4th. Matt Kleeman, solid, steady night. He is 5th and getting passed by a whole bunch of lap trucks. They're going by him 2 by 2, it seems. He's in front of Matt Knights, who's had also a terrific evening, keeping it out of trouble. Ronald Cole, he's doing a good job keeping it out of trouble. Ryan Derrick, Lucas Lyons, who somehow, now he's pitting. He is the only truck left to pit. Cody Bame, Mickey Isaac will grab a top 10 here very shortly. Which leads me to the most unfortunate award of the night. Andy Kurtz, come on down. Like I said, he was going to win everything tonight. He is your Hard Luck Award winner, presented by Rice Farms. Just simply bit on the strategy. It's not over yet, but he's a lap down, and I don't see this cycling back out his way. So, Andy Kurtz is your Rice Farms Hard Luck Award. Unfortunate break for the driver who led the most laps tonight and definitely had the truck to win. Back up to the front. It is a quarter second between Carlson and Kieran Church with just over 5 to go. Bigley's still there, but he's not in touch with them quite. It would take a pretty big hiccup. Five to go. Mickey the King gonna rip the high line. Bieber's gonna follow him through, try and gain a lap back. That would make it so that the top 11 are on the lead lap. Tyler Rice, the first truck, 1 down, is in 12th. And Kieran Church is right there. He can see the leader. Probably smell the exhaust. Behind him is Bigley, also right there. This is a classic Atlanta-style finish where it's all about just manhandling that car, making that truck as smooth as you can, make the tires last. Here comes Kurtz on the top, going to try and get a lap back. Might have spooked Kieran Church a little bit as he ended up taking a hard chop down in the tri-oval, quad oval, I suppose. Kurt's going to get around the 009, get that lap back, as that's going to give Carlson a half-second lead over Church. Tyler Rice is going to slide in between Church and the leader. 4 to go. 3 to go. How about? Even better. For your leader, Elliot Carlson. Kieran Church is in second, and he's getting hounded by lap trucks. It's not over yet. Corey Bigley's in third. Brandon Wallace falling back a little bit. He's 4th. Matt Kleeman is 5th. Matt Knights is in 6th. Ronald Coles is 7th. Ryan Derrick is 8th. Cody Bame in 9th. Andy Kurtz should end up in the 10th position. Travis Bieber, how about, is 11th. Mickey Isaac is 12th. Those are your lead lap trucks. And they're right in front of the leader. Tyler Rice trying to get his lap back. He will likely finish in the 13th position, rather. Unless Nash takes it, which he just did. Move Nash up to the 13th spot. We are 1 lap to go. Coming to the white flag. Elliot Carlson just has to navigate this lap traffic for 1 more lap. He will win at Legacy Atlanta. And a good run tonight. 27 laps led. Hit strategy perfect. We rolled on the backstretch for the final time. Lap trucks 2 by 2 behind him. bit nerve-wracking. If you're the leader, I'd have to think. But coming off of turn 4, your winner, the 009, Elliot Carlson. Congratulations to him. Kieran Church, Corey Bigley end up clinching your top 3. As drivers still do have to finish this race, so we're going to have some faster trucks moving around, some trucks pulling off here. Oh, we got a bit of an issue back there. 22 just got spun by the 18. I am going to have to do a little bit of investigation when I talk to Kieran Church after this. That is some foul play. They don't have like a chicken sponsor on that truck. That would be a real good one. Haha, but not quite today. Anyway, congratulations, Elliot Carlson, who might get a burnout in before he gets tagged. Let's see here if he can get one. There's your winner. Do something. No? All right. We'll be back right after this. Quick commercial break. You're watching the Original Rebels Racing League live on V-Speed, presented by Golden, Suzuki, Honda, Kawasaki, Yamaha, and KTM. See you guys right after this.
And here comes Milo. Big run out of 4. He's going to be there.
Tristan Martin's there. Cannot count out to 37.
Oh!
The road gets burned!
Cabot, where did he come from?
Here
comes Zwack.
A punch from the 33.
It's a drag race.
The Magic Man wins it Auto Club.
Welcome back in. Original Rebels Racing League Sunday Night Truck Series. Live here from the Legacy Atlanta Motor Speedway has just concluded, and here's how it ended. Elliot Carlson went out and stole this race on a brilliant strategy call. Did a great job there. Kieran Church finished second. Corey Bigley, Brandon Wallace, Kleeman, Knights, Derek, Cole. Those were the 8 drivers who stole this race away from Andy Kurtz and Cody Boehm. 9th and 10th, those 2 finishers were about the fastest trucks all night and just got beat on that last caution. They stayed out, everyone else pitted, meaning the 5 and 78 had to make another pit stop, allowing the top 8 to pass them by and go on to secure very good finishes here tonight. Finishing in 11th was Nash. He was also on the strategy of Kurtz and Boehm. Travis Bieber, Mickey Isaac, Kinder, Rice was 15th. Smith, Boehm, Smith, too many Smiths, Roberts, and Oswald are your top 20. Most of these drivers 1 lap down based on the pit strategy at the end. Great race here tonight. 7 cautions, 8 lead changes as well. Alex V finished in 21st. Ward finished in 22nd. Lottridge 23rd. Lucas Lyons stayed out longer than anybody, and it cost him dearly. He finished 24th. 25th was Gebben, 2 laps down. Brett Bieber found the inside wall. He finished 4 laps down in 26th. The 9 of Mike V finished 11 down in 27th. He found many walls tonight. Cam Arnold, he had a really rough night tonight. He finished in 28th. Rick Rube caught up in an early incident. 29th. 30th was Stephen Davis, got right hooked into the outside wall. And Bates finished 72 down after he was caught up in 2 accidents in back-to-back cautions. That is your finishing order. But what we're going to do, something we do every week here, is we're going to talk with our top 3. We're going to start off with 3rd place, Corey Bigley. Here we go. 3rd place, Corey Bigley. Got a copy?
I got
All right. So you ran pretty well today, started 2nd, and ran up front a lot of this race. And you know what I'm going to ask you. You had one incident, one blemish on this record tonight, and it was that restart, middle of the race. Walk me through what happened on 2 tires.
not 2 tires. It was on cold tire or hot tires.
So you just took fuel then?
Yes.
Okay.
I didn't take no tires.
I got you.
That's why me and Elliot were going to be on strategy again, because that is the man who did it tonight again, who helped me win at Richmond again, and then he helped me again us top 3. I knew, and then coming down from a lap, that's not easy either. And I don't know. I gas it up. I try to pedal it, and then it just went straight. I went left, then I went back right, and I don't know. It just spun really hard, and I tried to stay off the 48, but I couldn't get off the 48, and I got spun down the infield, and I already knew I caused a caution. I just stayed down pit road to get my truck fixed more. I had about a minute and a half, and then I saved my fast repair at least, and then I knew my car wasn't that good after I went to the back and I was lapped down, and we had those 2 quick cautions, and I got by this, and then we had the green flag, and then I had that another yellow that helped me get back on lead lap, and then I'm talking to Elliot, because me and Elliot are in the same thing, and we just when we had that last caution, I'm like, is it? He didn't know it was gonna be close enough, but that was a hell of a run by him, and he said he didn't know if we were gonna make it, but we knew the pace was gonna fall off, and I made it by a lap, and he made it going off into 1.
Yeah, that's how it works sometimes, right? You ran. I mean, see, you ran well. You were, I think, the faster of the 2 between you and Carlson. You ran up front, I think, more of the day than he did. But like you say, you kind of put yourself behind with that issue on the restart with the warm tires, just spinning them, and then obviously caught up with Lucas and whatever have you. But trapped a lap down, worked your way back. Like you said, super hard thing to do, especially when we're passing leaders passing new cars all the time, putting guys a lap down, guys are having issues, and you just can't quite break through. But you were able to do it. Then you kind of plateaued. You didn't really go anywhere. And then all of a sudden the cautions happened, fell in your lap again, worked the strategy, and came up here and finished 3rd. How do you like driving on this old Atlanta configuration?
It's pretty fun. I race in real life with that. It's kind of at Freedom Factory. It's old. It's pretty old, and it will wear tires out pretty quickly. Not pretty quickly, but if you're on the bottom in 1 or in 3 and 4, because they put new asphalt up top in 3 and 4. But if you're on the bottom and you get really sideways off, it's almost like this racetrack. It'll kill tires on the bottom, in 3 and 4, because they only repaved the top. And if you run up top, you have so much more center speed, and you can drive it off straighter, and it saves the rear tires. And that's how it's almost like the track that I run at Freedom Factory, because the bottom's still older and it will eat tires up. And
Yeah,
I knew
go ahead. Sorry.
I knew it's fine. I kind of plateaued because I was kind of trying to save a little bit of tires early, because I was just falling back to like 6, because I usually do. I just save tires early, and I knew I was going to be that bad because I was still running. I just didn't want to really kill my tires early. That's how I run in this, because I know these trucks kill tires, and I knew that track was bad on the right front too, because you would go in, get tight in, and then it would get free off, because I ran a whole stint in practice, and my tires weren't that good, and I was like, yeah, I just didn't. I tried different lines, and I didn't like some of them, but when when we got new tires and LA's going, they're on 15 lap older tires. You guys should I knew we were gonna come through the field pretty quick.
And this is really a racetrack when you have that tire difference that you just go where they're not. And even if you don't like running the bottom, you just run the bottom to get around them, and then you slide back up to the top side or the middle or wherever you find home. I love this racetrack. I think it's a lot of fun to race on, and I'm glad that you were able to run well here tonight and finish third. Anybody you want to shout out? But before you do, I need to shout out Flexible Freight Solutions. I forgot to put their logo up on the screen here. We're part of the Flexible Freight Solutions post-race show. Turn it back over to Corey here. He's going to do his sponsor reads.
Yeah, I got to thank Velocity Motorsports. It was pretty good for us. We got 1, 2, 3 tonight. Also, it's just all the guys that we have on here. Just getting better. I know we're getting better. I think next race I should be really well because it's a really good short track, and I've been running really well on officials this week in Martinsville, and I should be really good at Martinsville.
Right on, a little heat racing in Martinsville as well. Looking forward to that next week. But
I ain't worried about that. I'm pretty good at Martinsville. I like a short track. I told you I'm a short track guy.
that's right.
I run out of bullring at Auburndale too.
Right on. Right on. Well,
Yep.
Corey Bigley.
But yeah, I got to just thank all the guys. That's just great. And then just Elliot again for the great strategy.
Right on. Right on. Well, Corey Bigley, your third place finisher here tonight. Original Rebels Racing League at Legacy Atlanta. Congratulations, Corey.
Thank you. And thank you for the broadcast again. And I get to watch it, see what I did messed up, and then see what I did. We did great at the end.
Well, you got highlighted pretty good in the middle of the race. Pro tip, don't spin the tires, but you'll figure it out next time.
It's kind of hard, yeah, when you're on hotter tires. It's hard there when
I'm
you're
bugging
turning the wheel a little bit.
I'm
Yep.
bugging you. I'm well aware.
No,
Anyway,
you're good.
have a good night,
But
Corey.
thank you again. Yep, you too.
That was third place, Corey Bigley. Going to move to the other side of the podium. Go grab Kieran Church. Kieran, you got a copy?
I gotcha.
Well, I see you turned off your Discord sound, so that is a good start. So you ran second, started 17th, didn't lead a lap tonight. I didn't really talk about you all night. Short of the grid, I saw your truck in the back of a few frames every now and then. You just kind of run right around that like 13th, 17th area kind of all day. And then when the pay window opened after that last restart, you took tires just like the 09, just like everybody else. And all of a sudden, you're up here in second. What were you thinking on that last caution? And why did you pit versus staying out?
Honestly, it was a mistake on well because the caution before when I went down pit road, I had my tires unchecked from a previous accident where I thought I was fixing more damage and I had them unchecked. So I didn't pit. So that's why I pitted with the 09 and the 128. And once I seen our fuel mileage or how many laps we had for fuel when we pitted, I knew it was going to be close. So I was just kind of comfortable riding right there just through the field to save a little bit of fuel to make sure we were good.
Well, obviously that worked out, and that was a pretty good stroke of luck. Then I guess if you're able to just I don't know, I don't want to say blindly pit, but just happen to like wander into the strategy and have it work out for you. That's some pretty impressive stuff. I mean, I stay awake at night thinking of strategies that I can implement in various races to try and win them, and it's pretty impressive when you can just be good enough to just have it happen upon you. So, how was the truck tonight? How did it drive, and what did you need to maybe win this race and maybe have a little bit more speed out of that 22 tonight?
I just wish I would have hopped in sooner. I got it 3 laps of practice and then or 2 laps of practice and 4 laps of qualifying just to get used to the truck. So I didn't really have any practice laps, and I made a change. I kept it with the stock steering ratio, which it wore the right front out a lot more because it was a tight setup, and with the tighter steering ratio, it just wears that right front out more for me. So I wish I would have went up, but you live and you learn. But I'm usually pretty good here, and so I just went back to how I remembered just how it raced and just kind of tried to make my way through the field. And every time I would start making my way up and I would get caught by a caution or I'd be part of a caution and fix a little bit. So every time I started making ground up, I kept having to go backwards. So that's why I was always stuck right in that range. Every time I started making headway, something would happen. So either way, it ended up in the top 3. So I'll take it.
Yeah, that's racing, isn't it? Just One step forward, one step back.
Especially when you get these larger fields like this at 31 cars. It's a big gamble when you go to pit and stuff like that. It's a big gamble sometimes.
Definitely is, but impressive that this league is able to pull 31 trucks, and we're in week 7. So big shout out to everyone who shows up every week. Appreciate watching all these drivers race, and Kieran and Church being one of them. Who do you want to thank or shout out for this race here tonight?
I got to thank Golden, Suzuki, Honda, our contingency sponsors at Kinder Farm and Ranch, No Next Fast Repair, Salty South Leather, Flexible Freight Solutions, V's 3D Printing. I got to thank you at V Speed for doing the broadcast. It's nice to go back and watch a good broadcast. I got to thank everybody at Velocity Motorsports and Jet Designs for doing my paints.
Right on. That is a sharp looking 22, I might add. You might be in the running for one of those V's 3D Printing Best Appearing Paint Awards that everyone covets so much. Centerpiece of the mantle sort of award there. But congratulations, Kieran. Finished second here tonight after a solid run. And any last words?
I just got to say thank you and see you next week.
Right on.
We're off next week. I don't know the schedule, but
Martinsville
either
next
way,
week.
I'll see you next race.
Yeah, Martinsville next week. A little heat racing action right here on V Speed. Thanks, Kieran. We'll see you next time.
See you.
That was your second place driver, Kieran and Church. Now we're going to move top step of the podium. It's the strategy man, Elliot Carlson, winner of this race. You got a copy?
I got you. You got me, Morgan.
I sure do. Well, I already know to praise you from our third place finisher, Corey Bigley, your teammate, who told us that the only reason he got a top 3, only reason he won at Richmond was this 009 machine pulling the strings behind the scenes, so to speak. What were you thinking the last caution to pit when everyone else stayed out?
Well, I wasn't thinking I'd make it on fuel, but I thought that no one else could make it either, and they had one set of tires left, and I had 2, and so did Corey. So I figured we would pit, drive through the field, and then if it went green, we would do a splash and dash. If it went yellow, we'd be sitting in front of everybody and get fresh tires again.
So how did you engineer that throughout the race to only have those 2 sets left versus everyone else's 1 set?
Definitely a little bit of luck. And then I would also say, I think it was Kansas, wherever Lucas Lyons threw on tires at the end and drove up to second. I was like, dang, okay, I need to maybe change my thought process on that. So I told Corey before the race started, about 15, 20 laps into the race, I'm pitting and only taking fuel, no tires. And sure enough, we had that kind of happen. Got a little bit of damage. Just got hit in the rear. I think about lap 40. So I pit and took tires in, but the rest of the race played out kind of how I imagined it would.
Right. Well, obviously it worked out kind of how you expected, obviously, with the cautions falling exactly where you needed them to and all of that. But the gracious admins gave us 4 sets of tires, and I think you probably would have left 1 sitting on pit road. Everyone else used all of theirs. Does it make it easier or harder having extra sets of tires from a strategy standpoint?
Definitely makes it easier if you got a bunch of people trapped a lap down, which we did. So if you have a bunch of people not trapped a lap down and they don't necessarily have to pit, that definitely makes it a little bit harder. Like, do you have enough time to make up that ground? But even if the caution would have came out, I think everybody was a lap down or more, I think up to 13th. To me, that would have been a no-brainer to pit and take tires if a caution would have came out.
Right. So many facets to the strategy game here. Elliot Carlson obviously has it mastered as he went out here and won this race. And I mean, you led 28 laps. You weren't slow by any stretch. You led earlier in the race as well. Like, you were obviously a fast enough truck to go out there and win the race, but nobody was getting around Kurtz on raw speed. And you obviously found a different way. So congratulations on that. But as part of the Flexible Freight Solutions post-race show, who do you want to thank for this big win here tonight?
I'd like to thank B-Speed for doing the broadcast and you, Morgan, for being a very good broadcaster. Golden Suzuki Honda, and then also Kinder Farm and Ranch. no necks, fast repair, salty south weather, flexible freight solutions. And then I'd also like to thank, Corey and Rick and Cody and Tyler, Dylan. I know he wrecked out earlier in the race, but just all the guys I've been racing with here on iRacing for quite a while. Got to make sure I say Corey. I don't remember if I said him or not. And then also my fiance for letting me take time to do this while she's in the background being productive and I'm sitting here playing iRacing. So I always got to give thanks to her.
Yeah, I feel that as well. My wife's out here doing something somewhere, and I'm just talking to YouTube. So I definitely appreciate that, and I resonate with that sentiment for sure. So congratulations, Elliot, and we'll see you next week.
Thanks, Morgan. See you next week as well.
All right, so that is your winner here at Legacy Atlanta, Elliot Carlson. Big win for him. It's going to help him in the points for sure. But that is about going to do it for us. Original Rebels Racing League Sunday Night Truck Series here from Atlanta, presented by Golden, Suzuki, Honda, Kawasaki, Yamaha, KTM. Another quick look at our schedule. What's coming up next week? Martinsville, little asterisks, heat racing, not removing a championship, just heat racing, obviously. Martinsville should be a fun one. I'm looking forward to that. So not exactly sure what the format will look like. We'll talk about it next week when we hop on here live on V-Speed, same time, same place, Original Rebels Racing League here on Sunday nights. But for everybody at V-Speed, I've been Morgan Cook. They call me the Golden Child. I don't really know why, but they do. Bradley Cooper, Eddie Smith, Adam Baker, Logan Threlkel, and everyone else behind the scenes. Thank you all. Have a great night. We hope to see you next week here live on V-Speed. Good night, everyone.